These lemons are bizarre.
Are they?
Yeah.
Why?
Killing it.
How bizarre.
How bizarre.
Pear? Or peach?
Peach. Well, nectarine, whatever it is. Apricot, nectarine.
It's as juicy as it was.
I think I went for a big one, and they're not as juicy. But that's good. It normally runs down in there and mats up in my beard and gets flies and bees. And...
You don't need that. How bizarre.
Pear? Or peach?
Peach. Well, nectarine, whatever it is. Apricot, nectarine.
It's as juicy as it was.
I think I went for a big one, and they're not as juicy. But that's good. It normally runs down in there and mats up in my beard and gets flies and bees. And...
You don't need that. Worry about me. Give up. Whoa, Don, you crushed that.
Don't mess around.
On this round.
Don't mess around.
Is that a seed?
Yep. I tell you, that red stuff right up against that seed ain't that good. I just can't stop eating it. I would have to suck on one of these when I run out of chewing tobacco.
Yeah. You almost out?
Yep. I took one little bit this morning. I ain't gonna take no more today. I mean, it's the pack's about empty. I will cry.
It'd be nice if they brought you one, huh? In your HOH basket.
Devin said he was.
Huh?
Devin told me that he was going to see if he could buy me some tobacco, and if I wanted to hit a household, it would be in the basket, but it wasn't.
Fucking Devin.
Because he took a bunch of chews. The chews he took would probably last me at least another week.
Took monsters.
Pretty good, though. He wouldn't keep it in there that long either. I'll keep it in there like if I eat breakfast, I'll keep it in there until I eat lunch.
Really?
And today I spit it out and put it back, saving it.
Perfect. Why is it so... Is it bad? Oh. It's so flimsy. Let's go. Ooh. Interesting. Really?
Yep.
I'm slicing celery with a pizza cutter, and it's kind of amazing.
Is it? Is it working out
Yep.
pretty well?
Awesome. Celery with a pizza cutter.
Great to have our insight, and I never mentioned Victoria. And
She's sitting right there.
sitting right there the whole time. And then Nicole's like, oh my God, I would love to do that. And she walked inside for something. And Victoria goes, thanks, Derek. Like, I don't want to be part of it. And you know what my response is? I was like, you can do like the fashion section. Stupidest answer I could ever give.
What did she respond to?
Pissed. Straight pissed.
Thanks, Derek.
Oh, I can do the fashion. I can't talk about game. Walks inside.
And then the zing bot.
And I'm sitting here, and all the cameras just looked at me, and I was like, fuck.
Oh, that's so,
You can
that
do
is
the
so
fashion section.
funny.
We have the most hideous fucking
There's
clothes.
no fashion in this house.
No, I'm like, you can do the fashion.
Yeah.
She's like, great, Derek, fashion. She walks inside, and I was like, fuck. That was stupid.
That is so funny. I don't understand people like that. Like, if I was in that situation, I'm the kind of person that would just keep quiet about it. I'm not going to bring it up that I just wasn't invited to something. I'm going to just sit
As
there.
soon as Nicole walked inside, she's like, oh yeah, you guys just do your blog. It sounds like a lot of fun. I'm like, you can do it too. And she's like, you didn't ask me. I'm like, you can do the fashion section. And she was like, great, Derek, the fashion section. And she walked inside, and that was the end of that conversation. Hasn't brought it up since.
That's such a good situation.
Yeah, for who? Not for me. I felt about this fucking big. I wanted to be this big at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
Just walk away like a fucking ant.
Oh, that is so funny. Oh, she gets so mad at this stuff. Oh, she was so mad at the Zoom yesterday.
Yeah, she was. That's the worst thing. Honestly,
was-
even
That was
worse
like
than
worse than Andy's.
worse than mine, worse than yours, hands down. Because ours were like, you know, you're securing your marriage. I know I'm not
Exactly.
trying to win a top model contract.
Yeah.
So okay, yeah, okay. Thanks for pointing out the obvious, Captain fucking Insano. But I mean, you see that movie, Captain Insano?
No.
You seen that movie, Captain Insano? Adam Sandler.
I don't see any movies.
It's not the actual name of the movie. It's
Oh.
It's
Maybe
Captain
I have. Adam Sandler?
Captain Insano.
Hey, Adam Sandler movie where he's always referring to Captain Insano. What movie is that? Waterboy. Waterboy.
Oh, I have seen that.
Yeah.
A million
Like Captain
times.
Insano.
To be like the wrestler.
Oh, is that the wrestler?
I'm thinking of Ryan Gosling. Yeah. Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, excuse me. Hell no.
Wow.
Just showed that boss who was, that aunt who was
You
boss.
pretend that was Donnie?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Me. You and your goddamn beard.
I won't stop. Get up, die.
And then all of a sudden, as soon as you said it was Donnie, it like pushes your hand back up and walks away, and you're like,
Salmon salad is ready and it's amazing.
Yay! Ow! This house is so funny.
we're losing it.
Oh, we're gone, man.
fucking
It's
losing it.
bad. It's so bad.
Fucking loopy.
A long
We
pillow.
laughed at that lamppost.
But not even like we didn't just land.
What movie is Ryan Reynolds in with Tara Reid? It was funny. He was in college.
Oh, he's so hot.
They called it Coolidge.
Was it like, yeah, fifth year freshman or something like that? Because he was.
I don't even know. I don't know. I think the first movie I
No, what was his name in the movie? That was the name of the movie.
I don't know, but Ryan Reynolds is a huge actor, big time actor. Yeah.
He's a I think I know.
It was all about him.
Dan.
Yeah.
He pulled tricks
And he kept staying back so he could
kept
stay in
staying
school,
in
and his dad
college
was paying
on
for
purpose.
it. His dad was paying for it, but this was the last year he was going to pay for it, and you know.
It's sort of like American Pie.
I
kinda.
know what
Kind
you're
of.
talking about, yeah. And,
And
the
actually-
name of it was the name of him.
Correct.
Yeah. So that's him, Ryan.
That's Ryan Reynolds,
Okay.
yeah.
I know who it is.
You ever seen? Have you ever seen the Green Lantern?
I've seen the Green Lantern.
Yeah.
That's Ryan Reynolds,
Yeah.
and he got crushed in that one. But
You didn't get good reviews?
oh my
No.
God,
I seen it. I didn't like it.
nah, it wasn't that good.
It just wasn't a good movie.
But I'm a huge Ryan Reynolds fan, so like I kind of.
You know Just Friends? That
Just
was when I
Friends.
first saw him.
R.I. Police? Did you see R.I. Police?
No, that's where he goes back and
He
kills
dies.
the demons.
Yeah, he dies.
Yeah, no, I didn't see that.
It was kind of. I just like Ryan Reynolds. I think he's a good actor. A lot of
know
people
who he
disagree with me all the time, though.
I think he's
I think he's a
great.
great actor.
I think he's a good actor.
Great
But Just
actor.
Friends was good, where he's like a fucking huge.
The
Fatty.
change up, he's the best.
The change up, he's really with Jason Bateman.
Best.
But I liked him in Just Friends too. Like
Just
when,
Friends, he's great.
when he gets him with the hockey puck.
Yeah.
And like, he's like, "Are you okay?" And he sees the guy who's his competitor talking to her. He's like, "Man."
He's like, hey, I'm a really good skater, kid. You should watch. You might learn something. Yeah, he's so funny in Just Friends. That's the first movie I ever saw Ryan Reynolds in, ever. That's what turned
Pulls
me
up in the Porsche. Oh, you know.
I can't believe we can't
the
think of
coast.
the name of that movie, man.
As soon as we think of it, we're like, "Oh my
I'm
God."
thinking right now. I can picture it because I have seen that one.
Yes.
But the change up, I remember that
He's
one.
in
Didn't
college
they get
with
electrocuted
Terry.
out of fountain and
Yep.
change places?
Well,
He
they were
keeps
just peeing
getting
in the
held
fountain and
back.
they wished, and then it
okay,
just happened.
yeah. That was a funny movie.
They actually did a spin-off. And the next one was the same thing. All right, so you
Friday
know he
night,
met
so-
that Indian kid
so
in
if
the
I watch a
movie,
movie on Friday nights, it's
and he
$1
used him, he
it's
turned him into a
$1.40
player like
right
him.
now.
Fine, I
The
get
next,
it.
the next one
What?
was the same thing,
I
but
just
they
say
just
$4.
changed the
You're
name to
fucking
Him
me.
Goes to College or
I
something
thought
like that,
you
whatever it
were-
was.
How do you know?
That was the second one.
Something Goes to College.
Something like that. But it was the exact same name. It was a spin-off of the first one, just with the Indian kid. And the Indian kid's been in a lot of movies, too.
I've never even heard of it.
What was the one that's got Harold and Kumar? Those funny
Harold and
movies.
Kumar.
They're funny movies.
Yep.
And Harold and Kumar go to.
There's a bunch. There's a
There's
bunch
a
of
bunch
of
of White
those, yeah.
Castle.
Wasn't his name Dan in that movie?
the Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
I don't remember what his first name was. I thought they was calling him by his last name. Like that was it. Like they always be like, "Oh, Zingerman." Like he had like a weird last
Yeah.
name.
I've never even heard of
It'll
that
come to
movie.
one of us soon. You got water in your ear?
Yeah, it's the worst feeling in the world.
Why don't you swing your head sideways?
Dang, you're
What?
right.
Cover this ear up, cover your other ear up, and go.
All right, if you were to evaluate how you've
It's in
played
that ear?
up to this point,
It's in both.
how do you think you've done?
What?
Without, obviously, I'm your competitor, so you can't say too much.
Exactly. That's
Right.
scary.
Yeah, that's true. That's fine. I guess you can only do that when you're really at like the final three.
Yeah. When all you gotta do is win a competition.
Right.
I have no idea. That's a very hard question. Even if that's
Yeah, I
You
guess
have
we're
no
really at
idea.
that point.
we're both like here, so
Yeah, so we're not
apparently we
doing too
played
bad.
similar.
What? What? Did you say my name? I swear you said Derek.
I want to get more Twitter questions now that they get more personal. I wonder what Frankie will do.
Oh, it's this close.
Yeah.
You fucked me.
Yeah, me.
You boned me.
Yeah.
Schindler, does that ring a bell?
Schindler's List does.
Schindler's List.
No.
Yikes!
No, think of something else along the lines of that. Isn't that what his name was?
Oh. Saving Silverman was a great movie, but not that.
That's Eat Me Alive.
And feasters are watching, like, screaming the name at you.
I'm just gonna go in here and Google it real quick.
Okay, deal.
swear his name's Dan. Dan. Someone knows.
Kiesling. Like,
Same
you
movie.
know, like.
Had his own parking
The
spot.
comments that I watch are like
He
says
would.
me. 98% of Rotten Tomatoes. Like
Yes,
heavily,
seconds go.
like well
such and such
reviewed.
and such and such. And like yes,
I don't
that was
like
it.
Dang, I need to get watching more movies. Get to step. And it's
That wrinkle in my
it's just
brain
like
is just
how like
not
they
kinda
do
late,
are amazing
wasn't it?
and like no script, you know, just
Oh,
an
oh, I
outline and they just
Netflixed
go
it. I
for
But it was, isn't it usually
No,
like
it's
kind
the
of
best
late
thing I've ever
at
seen in
night?
my life.
Oh, my
Jane Lynch, like
I think it's on late
So
at
Jane
night,
Lynch
like,
and
like past,
so good.
like
what's her face?
bedtime.
Do you have? I don't know her
Netflix?
name.
I don't have Netflix now.
God, I know.
What do you do about movies then?
Based on a
Redbox.
hot
No,
dog,
dude,
real bad.
Netflix. She saves so much money.
But Redbox has like newer movies, doesn't it?
Apple TV, man.
Oh, maybe. No, dude, that's it. No, if Netflix is $8 a month and you watch thousands of movies, documentaries, TV shows.
And you can watch it through Apple TV on your TV.
Yeah.
With Netflix.
I watch Netflix through my PlayStation on my TV.
Oh,
Do they have good movies on there though?
Yes.
Newer movies?
yeah. ish.
They do, yeah.
Ish.
It's like, here's the thing though, if you're paying $8 a month, watch a lot of fun movies and then rent a new movie
No.
twice or whatever, you know? You don't have to spend thousands of dollars.
But if we watch a movie every Friday. That's what we do.
That's it?
Yep, Friday night.
Okay,
so,
fine.
so if I watch a movie on Friday nights, it's $1.28 right now.
Fine, I get it.
$4.
What?
So I just saved $4. You're fucking me.
I thought you watched it
$1.20.
more often. How do you know
It's
this
$1
movie?
what?
Because I do it every Friday. It's $1.28 at Redbox.
Are you serious?
Yep.
And they're new movies?
Yep, they just came out.
Yeah, you don't use Redbox?
Amazing. $1.28. And the best thing about Redbox is literally
not
I
big in
can
New
throw
York.
a baseball.
Oh,
I could throw a baseball and hit the CVS that has the Redbox.
yeah,
logo.
mine too. My
You have
Walgreens.
CVSs, right?
Yeah, we have CVS's.
I don't even think we have them.
You don't have them?
You don't have Redboxes?
I want to say something like Dinkerman or something like that. I want to say it's like Dinkerman Goes to College or something.
They're always outside, and you just touch screen, say, I want this movie, slide your credit card in, it pops it out.
Yeah, because
You
Terry
can turn
Reid.
it in the
I
next
keep thinking
day.
like Ferris
To any
Bueller's Day
Redbox you
Off.
want.
Yeah,
But
Terry Reid is
scrape
like a secretary in there. She has to find him, you know, in the
she
movie.
goes to college. She's in the school
That
with
is
him.
interesting. They're
She's a student.
everywhere.
Oh yeah, she's a student.
But we have nothing to do. Nothing.
We might be thinking about two
So
different
you have
movies.
to have one in every
No,
course of
you're thinking
someone
about
to
the same
do
movie as me
something,
with
watch a
Ryan
movie.
Reynolds. Tara Reid comes up at the end. She's smoke bombing it.
I'm talking. I know, but I thought Tara Reid was like a.
She was like an intern, like she was like a teacher, a student teacher or something, but she was still like.
Yeah, like she came in and she like ended up running into him halfway through it, and then she was trying to figure out why he was wanting to stay in college. Something.
Yeah.
She wasn't a student at the school though. She was like a
I
secret.
would hope
like,
not.
She had to
Like
get
40.
information about him, and then they ran into each other.
No, she did a newspaper article. on
newspaper
him.
article. Yeah.
But she was still a student. She was a
see
reporter
Sharknado?
for the school.
No, all my friends
Man.
did
But
know.
we have the same movie. That's,
Yeah, it's
she
the
was
same movie.
That's so
She was doing an
funny.
article
Your
on
friends are
him.
like, you'll be obsessed with it.
I just cannot
Yeah, they were all,
think
it was
of that movie to
awesome. They invited me to
save
watch it. I
my
was like, no
life.
thanks. And then they were like, it was great.
He had like his own
Well, you know
wing
what I mean by
in the
great.
dorms. He had like
It's
an apartment.
It's like, oh man, I should have seen it.
It's like Showgirls. Great.
Well,
Yeah,
Schindler's in the
exactly.
American Pie.
Yeah.
That's Schindler.
No, that's
what
Stifler.
I was- Stifler.
That's like the most
I
beautiful
keep thinking
disaster
like
you've ever
Schindler's
seen.
Day
Yeah,
Off. Or
like
something.
you can't
It's
even
definitely
fathom
not
how
Schindler.
bad it is.
Yeah.
He just said Ferris Bueller. That was Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Was it I Love College?
Is it delicious?
It
Yay!
was the guy's name.
I-
in the movie was the name of the movie.
Cody, did you have some?
Did he have a name like
No, I
Dinkerman?
didn't have
Something
any.
like that? Like it was like a weird name.
And when in the movie they didn't say college, they said
Coolidge.
Coolidge.
That was the name of
Yeah.
the college. Was Coolidge.
Dude, I bet
Oh.
production would name it off like that.
Yeah, and they won't tell us.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna make one fried pickle so that I'll feel ill enough for a couple days that I won't be like hungry.
Okay.
Gosh, what is it?
All right.
Eat real good once.
And yesterday it was like cold.
Oh,
Did you ask Zach?
Yeah, enjoy
Zach
something,
said
you know what
he
I
has
mean?
no idea.
yeah.
Dude, I could have swore Frankie would know it off the top of his brain.
Never heard of it.
It's a
I don't
very-
really
it was-
watch romantic comedies.
It was a very
Is it a
popular
romance
movie.
movie?
I don't watch comedies or romance.
I don't either.
I watch action
You rode around
adventure.
college with
The only
a,
the
with a
comedies I
go-kart.
do watch
Go-kart,
are
yeah.
90s
Something the
usually,
same.
or like
Same
you know
movie.
like staples.
Yeah, my
Had his own
comedies,
parking
the comedies
spot.
that I watch are like
And it said his name.
98% of Rotten Tomatoes. Like heavily, like well-reviewed comedies. I don't like stupid comedies. I like smart comedies.
Do like do wait? Have you seen
Like
Best
Till the
in
World
Show?
Ends. But Best in Show.
It's
Amazing.
phenomenal. Like that is one that's just brilliant.
They also act as flippers. We could just talk.
It's been so long
or
since I've seen it. I'm not going to be able to remember it.
I know.
And it's
That wrinkle in
it's
my
just
brain
like
is just
you're
not
like
connecting.
these actors are amazing. They like no script, you know, just an outline, and they just go for it. It's brilliant.
No, it's the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Jane Lynch, like
so
Jane
good.
Lynch
She's
and
so good.
with what's her face?
I don't know her name.
God, I know. Makes me want a hot dog real bad.
She's in so many movies that I love,
Yeah.
and I have no idea who her name.
I know her name.
Like
I
what her
just
name is.
Can't think of it at the moment. But like, so she's so good. The two of them together, though, are genius.
Yeah, brilliant.
Genius.
Love that movie. Man, I want to watch movies so bad right now. This is the first time I wanted to.
I wonder what the angles for the TV. Before I came in here, I heard that they lowered all the cameras to give like a better angle of like.
You mean for live feeds?
Yeah, for everything. Like all the cameras were lowered. They were all high def and lowered to give a different perspective.
Oh, that's interesting. You can see they are.
But what I wonder what the height of them was last year.
Probably up against the ceiling rather than drop down to the boom. See the boom?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
When you say boom, you mean like the pipe?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what boom is. Because when you're backstage, they're like, watch the boom.
Please go to the diary.
I thought they were going to tell me I wasn't allowed to talk about
Me
production.
too. I was like, and then they said, "Please go to the diary room."
Yes, they did. And then they said, please go to the diary.
Did you get called in last night, Frankie?
Yes, they did. What?
Did you get called in last night?
I did, yes. Zach!
Wow, so we're doing another round.
Zach!
Dang.
Yeah, you do.
Kayla, here's a movie you like. Here Comes the Boom. It's about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best movie ever.
Wasn't that when he was an MMA fighter? He was a school teacher.
It's James. It's James.
Jeff
King of
James.
Queens?
No, not
Yeah.
Jeff.
Kevin James.
Kevin James. He was a school teacher and to help raise money for the band.
Yeah, I've
he's
seen that.
Become an MMA.
Funny story about that
heard it was
movie.
good.
Met him in person.
You met Kevin James?
Sitting in the Nine restaurant in Las Vegas. This was the time that Paulie's bodyguard there, Jerry, helped me out. We're sitting at Nine restaurant. As I'm sitting there, it's the same night that there's a UFC fight going on inside the Palms. Nine is inside the Palms. Dana White and probably his wife and another UFC fighter is sitting there with Joe Rogan.
My stepsister went on a date with Joe.
Oh
Well, I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my
gosh, I
God,
love-
Joe Rogan. As Jana's sitting there, every seat is tables very close to each other because they get a lot of people in there. As she's sitting there, he comes up behind my wife and puts his hand on her shoulder to shake one of the UFC fighters' hands. He's like, oh, excuse me. And he puts his hand, and I'm like, huh.
That is so.
And she's like, what's the matter? I'm like, Kevin James is behind you. She had no clue what I was talking about, but he still had the beard because he had it in the movie. So he must have been out there because he was watching the fights.
He was probably in beside of Dana White because
Right.
they
That
always
is
do that about
so-
movies.
Sat there and he shook the UFC fighter's hand, Joe Rogan, and he walked away. But I was like, Kevin James just
In the
touched
middle
you.
of
She
the
had
ring,
no clue.
in the middle of the ring, it probably said, "Here comes the boom."
Yeah, it was probably a promotion.
Yeah.
Obviously, we didn't go to the fights, but literally, I was like,
so
King of Queens.
cool.
He just put his hand on your shoulder. She's like, really? She had no clue.
Did she turn around and see him though?
No.
She never did.
No. She literally was like,
That
she's
sucks.
like, oh, no problem. And I'm like, that's a dude from King of Queens. And she's like, really? Was it? I'm like, yeah. So to this day, I'm like, yeah, he was just behind you. She noticed Joe Rogan.
I'm
though.
gonna go make some slop.
My stepsister went on a date with Joe
Okay.
Rogan. Said he's one of the rudest people
Like
she's ever
Southeast
met.
No way.
Yeah.
What?
Wow.
They left him at the table. Walked off. from the
Really?
date.
Why?
Yeah.
What did he do?
Just she, sister was dating a guy that done a lot of UFC stuff.
Yeah.
But he wasn't big. He was just a
promoter.
trainer.
Yeah.
He trained a lot of people, and Joe Rogan was single at the time. How did that happen? something about when her and the guy she was with broke up, she was still connected with a lot of them people. And then they were like, hey, Joe Rogan. I guess Joe Rogan asked if she wanted to be his date to a big dinner like that. And she's like, yeah. So she went to a huge dinner, and she was his date for the dinner. And then just said he was one of the most rude people that she's ever met. And she just left. She just was uncomfortable and left.
Wow.
Dude, my stepsister is beautiful.
Really?
Yes.
How old you? I didn't even know you had a sister. How old is she?
She's like 34. You got an ant crawling on in your eyebrow. She's like 34. Yeah, that's my stepmom's daughter. But beautiful.
Obviously,
has 3 beautiful kids.
Obviously, if Joe Rogan's kicking it to her.
Yeah. I mean, like, beautiful. Real dark olive skin, real long black hair, green eyes. She's beautiful.
Oh. Derek and Fried Chop, put some onions. Will you
Could have
caramelize
easily
them?
been a model for whoever.
All right.
Easily. But when you look at her better half, my stepbrother, he's just scary looking, man. He is a monster. I cannot believe I can't think of that movie. It's eating me up every second that I can't think of it.
I'm trying to think as hard as I can. It'd be better if we just quit thinking it'll come to us later on.
Yeah.
That Kevin James, every movie he plays in is hilarious. Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Yeah, yeah. As soon as I get out of here, I think I might go to acting school. I've been through like a small one through a modeling agency, but I haven't been to an actual, 6-month-long acting school, because if you go to an agency and you get signed up to go to acting school and it's paid for, you're literally, gigged up with CSI and you're automatically getting booked for stuff. But my friend Jamie, her ex-boyfriend is Johnny Depp's stunt devil, so that was my way to get out, man. But it got ruined because she got pregnant and had a miscarriage, and